Headed on to Houston in the middle of the night. Hear the bus, I rub my red eyes, praying I can catch my flight.
I'm number 4 of 10. What are you, brother?
3.
Oh, you're ahead of me. Damn it.
What else is new?
Ooh.
Hey, you guys. Welcome to Fast.Hard.Finish. I'm having a big time. That's Scott Simpson, Stacks, Fitzpatrick, who was the hero today. You were a hero today.
I tried my best today, man. I really did. Thanks for saying that. You know,
They called you in because the rookie Tua was kind of meh, and they were in the playoff hunt. They got to win the game, and Fitzmagic happened.
Yeah, you know, I used a few strokes of the beard, and you know, yeah. Well, cheers to you, brother. Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa. For those who don't know, today's the first day of Kwanzaa. It's also Boxing Day. And I think it's like stamps, letters, and collectibles day in the UK. So if you're collecting things in the UK, cheers to you today.
Hey. And cheers to Gemmo the Icon.
Oh, man, I got to tell you, he is an icon. I love Gemmo. I fuck with Gemmo hard, man. He's great.
Whoa. Family show, Scott.
I'm sorry. You're right. I should finish a little slower and not as hard.
Context.
Yes. My limp penis does not fuck him. So don't worry about that.
I have to admit, my eyes look terrible because I've been crying, mostly because I'm playing against the Alvin Kamara team in the championship of a League. But I did get a little smile today because his RB2 is Josh Jacobs, who did not score a touchdown at the end of the game. He kneeled down. He fell down to ice it, and it didn't work. Speaking
of icing it, Bo, it looks like I beat you for the first time in forever in a head-to-head. Holy shit. Did that happen? Is that real? Am I a real boy?
We did a 3-game head-to-head slate for the Saturday slate, and you beat me.
Well, here's the thing that's fucking crazy. I picked Matthew Stafford, and so as soon as he went out, I just texted you, and I just said, you're welcome. Matthew Stafford gives you this gift. But, you know, all my players, I had one red on my team. I picked a bunch of terrible players. I played a lineup that was way better than this, Bo, and I won a little bit of money with it, but not against you. I didn't fare well. So
let's just say that my cash lineup scored 50 points less than my tournament lineup for the Saturday slate. Neither one was a winner. But my cash lineup that I played against you was a whole lot of snowflakes. We're talking Hawkins, you. Kyler Murray, you. Josh Jacobs, double you. Fournette was okay. Fournette scored a touchdown. Antonio Brown scored a touchdown, but was pretty quiet. Marvin Jones Jr., Chalk City, Crap City. And I had Hawkinson and Bowden and the Cardinals defense. So, lots of snowflakes. Nobody over 15 points. Fournette.
What are you going to do about none of that? That's not good. My best team got 158 today.
And 138.
I would have beat you with my best by 20.
Yeah. So think about this. I had in my tournament lineup, I had Myles Gaskin and Mike Evans and still lost, guys.
Ooh, that's not great.
It was ugly.
UGLY, she's ugly. Well, you know what? There's always tomorrow. Speaking of ugly, I don't know who made out or what stripper came to the Cleveland Browns wide receiver room this weekend, but mazel tov to all of you.
I'm pretty sure OBJ ordered them. You get
the little doo-doo.
It was the COVID E. coli combination that they got. Pour one out for the Browns receiver room.
Well, you know what? You had Baker and you had Higgins, which I thought was a nice little sneaky, undervalued come up.
It was going to be in my surprisingly spicy stacks as your value pairing against a terrible defense, and the news came across as I was writing it. I had already finished writing that one and was writing a third one on there, and it came down. I was like, delete. Control X.
Well, here's the problem: is that I was in the Beat Lab and I published, or I sent the stuff to be published at like 6 something. and the news hadn't broke yet. And then when it was published, he had to change it. He had to put in like a tweet, and so I went in and I fixed it. I made it make it how it should be, and I added some pictures.
Pivot.
But here's the thing. I'll be honest with you. I think this is a really good matchup this week. And if you don't know what we're talking about, Bo and I are facing each other once again in the Thunderdome over at fantasysixpack.net. Yeah, every week it's a feature. We're going to do it until Super Bowl. I mean, we're going to face each other all the time. Bo, we need to decide for cold hard cash. What do you think about just $50 this week? Just $50. My team, $50. Your team, $50. PayPal. You know what I mean? What do you think? Is that a good deal?
That was the number I was going to throw out there.
I love
it. It's a big one. We didn't play for anything last week, so it had to be at least 50.
At least. I was going to push 100, but I thought, you know what? We'll save that for something special when we get to the playoffs. And
after Christmas, I'm tapped out. More than 50 is going to be a little painful if I do end up losing for once.
Well, here's the thing. I'll talk to Uncle Jeff, and I'll see if he can get you a little, Costco bonus, No, but shout out Uncle Jeff. He controls the world, and we're just living in it. So this week, though, it's going to be great because I've got Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill, so I kind of copied you. You went full, underdog and just went to sabotage me with Sammy Watkins, you motherfucker.
Who else?
You have Kelsey, but I feel like I have a bit of Kelsey in that situation, but you put Matty Ice in there. That's my guy too. Like, you coming after me, man. I don't know what you're doing here.
It's a little word called subversion.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Subverting your lineup with all your guys so that especially when I win, the victory is even sweeter. Just like what I did to you with last week with CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm going to Deontay Johnson you to death this week, by the way. So
that's really graphic.
Yeah, it is, and that's what I do. I'm into that shit. Apparently, shout out Samantha, who doesn't understand that people have sex. Apparently, because how did we all get here, and how do we not come every single day? I mean, seriously, if you're not coming on the regular,
what is sex?
You know what? Listen, watch an episode of Big Mouth. Here we go. They'll teach you. They'll teach you all about sex. That's where I've been learning it, along with Coach Steve, who's learning it on this last episode. He didn't know how to make the sex. So,
you're putting a peanut in the...
my thought about Christmas sex is it's awesome. And I love Christmas sex. I love football on Christmas. I love drinking on Christmas. I love smoking on Christmas. I love... whatever else you can do on Christmas, I love it. So, I'm sorry I'm a man living my life, having sex. Sorry about that. Please forgive me.
I can't relate, to be honest. I really can't.
I don't know. No one apparently has sex anymore. I'm a weirdo for fucking my wife. And,
you're so perverted. So perverted.
Such a weird guy. Just had sex with her for the first time in a long time. And I'm weird. I don't understand.
Well, we knew you were a little off.
Yeah,
that just takes it to a whole other level.
Yeah, seriously, having sex on Christmas. Who does that? What kind of weirdo am I?
Happy birthday, Jesus.
Right. Hey, Jesus. Fuck you.
Well, according to archaeological records, Jesus was born in April, so...
I hope he was born on my birthday, April 5th. That would be a great, please, Jesus, be born on my birthday. By the way, I talked to my friend Mike Collins yesterday, and as we said goodnight late in the Christmas day, it was probably 2 a.m, I just left him with the fact that, one thing I like about Jesus was he got boners. Jesus had morning wood. And so, I like that. I like that Jesus had a dick. It makes me happy. So he didn't get to use it, but sorry, Jesus. You made good dicks. Thank you. Yeah. That's all I got to say about that.
Or not for Jesus the Virgin.
Yeah, seriously. Jesus the Virgin, who can watch us all fuck, but he can never do it. Maybe that's his thing. Yeah.
Doubtful.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think it's beneath him You know what I mean? Like literally, he's just like, I don't know.
What do I need this for? I'm the freaking Messiah.
Right. Seriously. Yeah. I mean, I bet you Jesus didn't make his fart smell. Like when he was like, he'd fart and he'd be like, nah, I don't want to hurt these people's feelings. You know, I don't want to be a dick. So he'd just like mute his fart smell, you know, and like act like nothing happened. Yeah. He'd be like, I'm going to make, you know, he would like cause like a little tremor or something, or like a hawk would go by and be like, ah! You know, and Jesus would like rip on. Oh my God!
This hawk smelled terrible. Wait,
oh my God! You see that tower just fell and killed those people?
You know? Oh, it stinks.
Oh, what happened?
These smelly birds of prey, these raptors are so terrible, foul smelling.
Oh man. Oh dude. Yeah. Fast.Hard.Finish. That's how it goes. You know?
So I do want to talk some DFS like a lot tonight because
Oh yeah. Oh baby, talk to me. Deep DFS. This is like the last full week where like teams, well next week too, but you know, we're next week we get weird. You know, you just get some weird things happening next week. So this week is kind of the last real week, and then we get weird. So what do you like this week? How do you want to run down the slate? You want to talk about your favorite value plays, your favorite quarterbacks, your favorite cash games, and he leaves. Oh, he leaves me. Just me. Man, that's tough. You know, hope he comes back because he's back. He's coming back. Okay, good. Whew. I was worried there. We lost all of our viewers. Everyone just left. But Bo's back. Okay, Bo, everyone left, man. I hope they come back now that you're back.
I pushed the wrong button.
Well, pull back the curtain. Bo got an iPad for Christmas, and he's getting to use it, and that's so cool. And so we're learning new things here.
It is not the same as a MacBook, let me tell you that.
No, and my chair broke because I'm too fucking fat. So I'm using this bad boy. So, you know, we're all just learning new things. It's
my
a new
chair
year.
broke a while back, and I have a brand new one that I'm on. So I'm kind of like being careful around it because I'm also too fucking fat.
Man, I got to tell you, you know, between you and me, brother, in 2021, I am kind of changing my lifestyle. And it's not starting in 2021, it's starting on Monday. My goal is to wake up every day, come down here in the basement, stretch, get on that fucking treadmill, and work out every day. Just for about the first 45 minutes of the day, half an hour of the day, I want to do that. And so, I mean, you know, I can do that. I can start my day. I can go to bed earlier. There's no more football games. They're going to be late night. You know, the Monday night games are going to be done. Week 17, everything's on Sunday, and they all finish. There's no night games. There's nothing, right? So it's just going to be maybe just one night game on Sunday, but like it's over, Johnny. You know, you're getting in a playoff game. That's something different. You know, like Saturday night, you're not going to bed on, but I'm going to bed early every single night on the weekdays, so I can get up and just exercise. And I got a new present for Christmas. You have to entertain Bo while I find it. It's right around here.
Yeah. So I got this iPad, and apparently, if you hit the done button, it closes the whole tab. Whoa.
This is going to be the thing I'm going to be using all the time on myself. Oh man. It like shakes your brain. It's fucking great. I'm going to be doing this all the time. Just relieving my tension.
You can't do that without doing it. Luke, I am your father.
Oh man. Oh yeah. So I've done my whole body. It just feels great to do your whole body, all your muscles, you know? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. Exercising and using that.
It's also an industrial strength vibrator for you. So.
Oh man, if I need to you know, pound somebody in their anus, this is like killer, you know?
Yeah, literally killer. It might kill them.
Yeah. This is setting 1, which, you know, that's pretty good. Setting 3 is downright like murderable. It's so much energy. I don't know how it can even hold that much energy. It's crazy.
Yeah, so how long until the steamroller comes by to flatten the asphalt? That jackhammer right there.
Oh my gosh. What's crazy is after you use it just for a little bit, it opens up your whole body, you know, which is what I need. I have so much tension running through me with the situations going on and my lack of healthy lifestyle. I mean, who knew? Who knew that like eating cheese and drinking all the time is bad for you? I don't know.
I have a bunch of hoodies hanging off my treadmill.
Yeah, you want to see my treadmill? I've got right now hanging off of it are hammocks. So it's not even sweatshirts. There's just hammocks on there. What else is on there?
Instead of a treadmill call out, I get a hammock call out.
Yeah. Here's what I do. I will call you out walking on my treadmill in the morning, being like, hey, I'm Nick Cologne from Big Dogs Gotta Eat. Look at me. Boom, boom, boom. Walking.
Yeah, that's a lot more like the counselor than anything.
Yeah.
He calls people out from his recumbent bike.
Which, by the way, he owes more than it's worth. Shout out Big Mouth. Your dad, Jesse. Oh my God, he has a recumbent bike, and he owes way more than it's worth. Oh my God. Oh my God. Lola. Shout out. Oh my God.
You're like everything I ever wanted.
Yeah. Oh my God. This is me, Maury, the hormone monster. I'm going to just do this thing right now. I'm going to come out. Oh, Andrew.
I like this guy. He's fucking insane.
Oh my God. Look at him. His pants are off. Dude, I love, shout out Nick Kroll. I tweeted out last night, my make-a-wish is to let him know that how funny he is. Like, talk to him for like an hour of my life and just tell him all, and like geek out. Like, I would love to say, all right, Nick Kroll, give me an hour of your time. I'm going to show you my top 10 Nick Kroll moments that made me laugh. The funniest Nick Kroll stuff that you've either written or done or performed. He's so funny, man. And, I watched season 4 of Big Mouth a couple weeks ago. Last night, I watched season 1 again. I'm watching season 2 behind me. As soon as I'm done this, I'm going to go do that. And I'm in a Big Mouth kind of mood, man. It is just so satirical. Season 1, Coach Steve, which is voiced by Nick Kroll, who's a mentally challenged 47-year-old virgin who's also the sex ed teacher. Random gym teacher, whatever it is, and at one point, he burns down the school. I mean, he's just a great character. At one point, it's also that character, Coach Steve, is from Nick Kroll's show, which is Nick Kroll being, I think it's a referee basically, and he's just bothering the referee, like, what are you gonna do after this? You need a friend? I need a friend? I'm just gonna hang out, guys. I'm just gonna.
I love when he got fired and he just went through all these different like reiterations of Coach Steve, where he's mannequin Coach Steve.
Yes, yeah. Gas station attendant Coach Steve. He burns the whole thing up. Yeah.
Walgreens attendant Coach Steve, where he made his Valentine lover out of Valentine gifts.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And I forgot what I was even talking about, like what the scene was that I was describing at the beginning of this, but we went on Coach Steve monologue. Man, he's just so funny. What was I saying in the beginning? I can't rewind the tape. It's gone. What was I even?
We were talking about DFS before I pushed the wrong button and closed the window.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we were. So I want to ask you a question. How do you want to lay it out? What do you want to go position by position? Do you want to go by favorite game stack?
I want your. Now that everything's out in the open, where we both know who we're playing, in our Thunderdome lineup that I'm going to destroy you in because my team is so much better.
Oh.
But I want to know who your building block players are, because I think mine have been well documented, and I read your risers and fallers article, but I don't have a clear picture of who your core players are.
So I think everything is shifting as we speak. News is coming and going. I need to see the projections. So what I normally do for my process is all of this is for me to kind of figure out some of the guys I like at different price ranges, right? So for me, we talk about top tier guys I like, mid range, and then the low guys. That's the kind of how my brain processes it. So I would say my top tier guys in each of these things are the Chiefs, because that Atlanta defense is giving up so many points to wide receivers. They're the worst against that, and so I count Kelsey as a wide receiver as well. I mean, that's what he is. And Atlanta also gives up tons of points to tight end too. They give 9 touchdowns so far, over 800 yards. So I just see Kelsey, Tyreek, and Mahomes. I can see a 5 touchdown situation. I just don't want him to hand the ball off to Le'Veon Bell. I could see a Le'Veon Bell cipher which would just kind of
Yeah.
fucking suck in our matchup at least. But whatever. I like your Sammy Watkins play. He's in play. I mean, whenever the Chiefs are playing, all these guys are lotto tickets.
Yeah.
It's
hard to pin down which one's going to go off.
I really like the game stack of running Gage back with like Mahomes, Kelsey, Tyreek, Gage. That's a nice little, play there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to put anybody else in there from Atlanta, or you could do it Ryan.
Yeah.
You could do Ryan, Tyreek Hill, Matt Ryan, Calvin Ridley. If you just didn't want to get Mahomes in there, but I think Mahomes is going to have like 4 or 5 touchdowns. I don't know. That's just where I'm leaning because they're so bad. Maybe I'm just inflating that. But the Chiefs are always ready to explode, man. Like they're just fucking good.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, if they get into like Atlanta, just kind of just shits the bed like they do a lot, then you have the Chiefs blowing them out, and then Mahomes is he's done for the day after 2.5 quarters. And so, I mean, I do see that happening in like 40% of my projections, which is a high number, and I want to spend up on a quarterback who's going to be chucking it all game long, like Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
I like Matt Ryan because he's going to throw it 45, 50 times in this game. And one of the spicy stacks that I wrote about today was Matt Ryan, Calvin Ridley, and Ito Smith, because it's a very quiet piece of news. It hasn't been pushed out there very much, but Todd Gurley, the reason he didn't get very many carries last week is because their coach, Raheem Morris, already said the main back on our team is now Ito Smith.
Yeah. Yes.
And at 4,000 for a lead back where he's a good receiver, he's a decent blocker, and he's going to get 15, 20 carries at 4,000, that's a steal. And it breaks up all the chalk you would have. I mean, you're going to see a lot of Matt Ryan in builds, I think. He won't be overly chalky, but Ridley, even at 8,800, 8,500, he's going to be pretty well owned because everybody sees that huge total of that game. And they're going to want a piece of Calvin Ridley's volume and his upside.
Well, let me pull up my Occupy Fantasy tool here and roll on in and see what we're looking at for percentages. So we can kind of know a big picture of what we're looking for.
Because I like the Ryan Ridley and Ito Smith stack and run it back with Kelsey.
Okay, so let me actually go to build that. I'm going to go to – I'll actually share my screen. Sorry. I'm a terrible drinker, enjoyer of beverages and whatnot, and then libations and producer and like tweeter. I'm trying to do like 8 different things. I need to hire a Kevin or like a Todd that I could like be like, Todd, can you fucking do this for me, please? You tweet this out.
Kevin, quit being a cunt.
God, you're such a cunt, Kevin. I wouldn't like you.
Just a dead thick cunt, aren't you, Kevin? Here you go, Barbara.
Oh my God, I fucking hate you, Kevin. I'm gonna drown you over at the pub. Yeah. Now we're in a DraftKings showdown here. I don't want a 5-team lineup. Serenity now. Get to the mains, my friends. Get to the mains.
Oh yeah. So in my family, we celebrate Festivus too.
Oh, I like that.
Festivus and Boxing Day today. So we cleaned out my daughter's room. We're going to donate a bunch of her toys because we don't have room for the new crap she got.
Yeah, we have a bunch of Legos and shit. Okay, wow. So Tyreek Hill is the most owned player on the slate at almost 29%.
For a $9,000 guy with a tight hammy.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Would you play Mecole as his, he's the break glass. That's why they have him. He's the most expensive backup, wide receiver 4, or not expensive, but like he doesn't do anything unless the cheat is out. What do you think about that?
It's probably the only pivot that makes sense because he does have that role carved out. They only drafted him in his current spot because of Tyreek Hill's legal trouble. That was the main reason why they drafted his clone so early in the draft. I mean, he's that type of player where he's very quick, very fast, and
he's not as nimble though, to be honest with you.
Well, he's more of a straight line runner. Tyreek Hill's very nimble, very quick. But they were looking for that speed stretch guy that they could run those shovel passes and end rounds with, like they did with Tyreek Hill. And it's a very unique skill set. You don't get a lot of those little tiny guys that can burn like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the offense, they were looking for that role. And McCole Hardman's he had quite the highlight reel at Georgia.
So who else do you want to have in this stack that we're building?
Ridley.
Oh, Ridley. Okay. That is a sexy.
The reason why I like it that much is because Ryan is priced down, and for his volume, you're looking at something that has an extreme amount of floor just from how many times he's going to throw the ball. He's going to easily pass 300 yards. Ito Smith is just going to get plenty of touches for being min-priced.
Yeah.
Monty's a lock. Good call there.
Do you want to do Hunt, or is that just going to be, what do you think about that game? Chubb is now, which one of these guys do you want to lean heavy on?
I don't want to lean heavy on any of them. I don't think they're going to do much aggressive play calling. They're going to play it safe and close to the vest now. They don't have any wide receivers. So a lot of their field stretching ability that they would have had from Higgins and DPJ is gone. They're going to run the ball a lot. It's going to be Nick Chubb, and then it's going to be a little bit of Hooper. And I don't know where the touchdowns are going to come from.
I mean, the way I see it is Kareem Hunt is going to be their wide receiver one. You know what I mean? Like, he's faster. He is going to be, out there running routes. He can do it. He can do it. And so can Hooper. So it's going to be a lot of him and Hooper. It's going to be Harrison Bryant, all the people, Njoku, all the people who can run routes. They're going to be out running routes. They're not going to
try to throw it. Yeah.
They're not going to stretch the field. They have to pretend at least, though, because if they're not pretending, then they're just going to have 8 in the box the whole time. But here's the thing. If you have 8 in the box and you get Kareem Hunt behind you, you're in big fucking trouble. So this game is just, it has, I think it's one of those, it's a plotter, but I'm it's not what we're going to do here.
I'm upgrading all those guys that you mentioned. I'm just not loving it for DFS.
I have Kareem Hunt in my home league in my third place game, and so I'm just like, please give me the ball like 89 times. Fuck. No, I'm not. We already have our we have our running backs. We're good with running backs. I'm just pontificating about my own personal desires. I lost. I didn't win last week, and I would have gotten crushed in this game because my guys got Alvin Kamara, the best guy in our league all year. Josh Allen is now facing Alvin Kamara, and it's not going to be good. We thought Fish was going to be the champ of the BFFs. It's going to be Dan.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going through. Is I had a team that, sorry, all my best teams got knocked out in the first or last round of the playoffs.
Yeah,
and the one championship team out of 12 season-long dynasty or redraft teams, I made it to one championship match, and it's in a redraft Yahoo league. And it was the team where I drafted Michael Thomas in the first round over. I look back, I almost threw up because I picked. It was that weird time of year where Dalvin Cook and Alvin Kamara were having contract issues and injury issues, and I had 105, and I took Michael Thomas because at that very moment he was a sure thing. And then it went Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara after him, and so just think about that team that I drafted with either of those two guys over Michael Thomas. I would have cruised because I went 7-6 in that league with Michael Thomas and 11 rookies out of 18 picks, and I made the playoffs the 6th seed, and my quarterback was Josh Allen. I lucked out with CeeDee Lamb and James Claypool and all these rookies that I played them all at the right times. I didn't have really any bad weeks where my bench blew up. I started all the right guys, and I squeaked in with a pretty shitty team if you look back at it.
Yeah.
And, of course, I'm playing the championship against the 1 seed, and I have Josh Allen and a bunch of guys. And he has Kamara, So I was like, basically just like, oh my god, this is a nightmare watching 6 touchdowns go up on the first player of the matchup. And then I kind of got a little reprieve from the terror when his V2 was Josh Jacobs with
he shit the bed with Jacobs. Hey, I have to tell you, your audio is skipping in and out a little bit. I don't know what you can do about it, but I want to give you a heads up. It's better than you dropping off, that's for sure.
Well, that was just because I pushed the button.
I know. But we're learning. We're practicing. This is our Fast.Hard.Finish. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's our hangout time. So me and Bo. I mean, I gotta be honest with you. I missed you this week, bro. It's been a hectic fucking week, brother. It's just, I love Christmas.
Is there a lot of background noise? Background noise?
No, none in your house. No, not at all. No, you're fine. That's the cool part because you're in the AirPods.
Yeah.
So you're good. No, just my week has been just a crazy week. So I missed you. I'm glad we can hang out and talk DFS. I like your thinking. So let's talk wide receivers now. So if we're going to build this, we got Ryan, Ito, and Montgomery. We got Ridley because that's our stack. We got 2 wide receivers we need because we already got Kelsey embedded as our tight end in this build. What do you think we're going to do here? Can I give one and you give one?
Sounds good.
Why don't you go expensive? You spend as much money as you want. I don't care. I got a low price guy I want to go in.
I'm actually going to spend down as well.
Oh, let's put it.
Scroll slow where you are right now. Scroll slowly downward. I said slow.
Oh, ow. What's the price range?
Sub 6.
Sub 6. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Who are you thinking we should put in? Lower?
Keep going.
You sub 5?
No, go Kiki.
Kiki. There we go. Kiki. I like that. So we're at 73% ownership. That's kind of high.
Yeah. Well, Monty, right?
Right. Monty is just kicking our ass.
And Kelsey is 16.
Yeah. It's going to be tough. All right.
So let me tournament lineup because I was just kind of like keying on guys.
No, I'm just looking at ownership percentage and as we build this, because let's say this is a GPP dart throw that you're putting out there, right?
Oh yeah.
And you've got Ryan, Ito, Ridley, and Kelsey. David Montgomery makes it. I mean, he's the best running back value at the price. I can't overlook it. He's getting 88%, snap percentage last week. It's nuts. He's on the field not for 2 snaps or something.
And he's got receiving upside. He's got touchdown upside. He's on the field all the time, and they're giving him the ball all the time. He had 32 touches last week.
Yeah. No. Well, we money is not an object, but I am looking at ownership because I do care about ownership, and so when you come down here into the lower price ranges. I've talked about this. I know it's a stack already because we have David Montgomery, but I do really like Mooney this week. What do you think about Mooney at 3% ownership?
You know how I feel about Mooney.
Yeah. Did you like my little moon pun in the article?
That was vintage, Scott.
Thank you.
But it's funny how when your guys bomb, I take them the next week because you were a week early. When my guys go off, you're like, interesting, and then you go points chasing.
You motherfucker.
But yeah, if him staying down at 4,000 is just criminal. It's
crazy, right?
It's like they hate Darnell Mooney at DraftKings. They hate his guts. They want him. Yeah. They want him to just fall down a gutter and die.
Yeah. Speaking of falling down a gutter and dying, Mike, so glad you're here, brother. Fast.Hard.Finish, man.
Fast.Hard stay up all night on the East Coast.
Woo, woo, woo! Party wolf. Oh. Hey, after this, look what I'm doing. Season 2 of Big Mouth. I'm gonna watch it till 5 in the morning. Mike, I did stay up last night till 5 in the morning watching Big Mouth. I slept until 8:30. Then I got 2 double up over at the Germantown, little spot that we used to go to. That's just a shout out. It's my favorite little place to go. And I went over and I got the 2 sausage, egg, and cheese croissant sandwiches. Oh my goodness. It's just the Royal Bagel. Oh, I love those people. If you're in Maryland, if you're listening, and you live in Germantown or Albany, the 2 locations, they just make the best food ever. And so if you're not going to sleep, you should be eating.
I like food.
Man, it was the best. I got one for my daughter, Adelaide. She eats one too. I got a bagel for London. So it was a family affair, man. I got to go over and get it. Perfect little day. But I'm going to stay up all night again. I'm going to watch Big Mouth. The problem with me, man, is when I'm on break, when I take a break, I want to ingest as much as I can. We're on a break. I just want to ingest. I just want to do as much as I can. So, yeah, that's my problem.
Yeah, how's my mic sound?
Better than Bo's, so that's good.
I'm rocking earbuds tonight.
Yeah, but Bo's rocking the earbuds with the new shout out Christmas present there, the iPad. So,
okay.
I'm trying to figure out my camera angle. I got fit my giant head in the screen because I keep stroking my ego and.
But why don't you do that dance? I want to see the weekend dance.
Oh yeah.
Can we relive that, Joy?
we got to do the hand gestures and the shoulder.
You got some love on the Twitters, right? What? How many hearts did you total on that?
Oh, I didn't even look. For me, it was just about advancing in the tournament. Like I wanted to.
So this was a tournament? Because I saw Fantasy Stoner, and then that was all I saw. There was like a few people doing it.
So True North Fantasy, the Canadian boys up north, they're doing a charity. Basically, it's sponsored by Monkey Knife Fight, and it's a lip sync battle. And so a bunch of people submitted their lip sync videos, and then they whittled it down to 16, and they created a bracket. And so this was the first round of the bracket, and I'm going up against PD Stitz, the Buffalo Bills guy. And first round, he did a brilliant lip sync, and then he came out with Weird Al Yankovic's Rolling White and Dirty against me, and so I had to come in with a little bit more production value because he nailed his lip sync part.
Production value, that was pretty awesome, man. You killed your little mannequin. First of all, where'd you go find that mannequin? I know you're all up in a retail spot. Yeah. So where'd you get that?
He does it for a job. It's a training. He does that as a training.
Okay, so that's like something that you use at your work.
Yes,
it's a training dummy for ear impressions.
He's making his underlings film him at work, which is my favorite part.
No, I know. You can hear her in the beginning. She's like, go. You can hear her say, go.
Yeah.
Go, bitch.
And that's her Afro wig. She has a bunch of costume stuff. So.
I love it.
And now, where do you get this long-ass leather trench coat?
Murder.
That was from my other employee.
Were you like, hey, Dylan, can I borrow your murder jacket?
I got that from the weekend himself. That's the actual leather jacket from the video.
Did you just go, Rob? Wait. Where do you work again? This is inside of Costco. So you just go over to the coat section and grab something off the rack there, or what'd you do?
No, this so my attendant, she has a husband. Her husband's like the same size as me, and so does he? I was just like, hey, does he happen to have like a leather jacket that I could use so I could look like in the video at the weekend? And she goes, yeah, I think he might. And then she sends me a picture that night when she asked her husband. He's like, oh yeah, I got a leather jacket back in the closet. And she goes,
yeah, that's a 2001, 1999 leather jacket right there.
So she goes, it's a large though. And I was like, well, I don't have to zip it. Thank God, it wouldn't go.
So you just tucked into that bad boy. Yeah. So, oh wow. So leather jackets are cool again.
Well,
if the weekend's wearing them, they have to be cool.
Yeah.
Well, if the weekend wears it, it becomes cool.
Right. Yeah.
And
great. I can dust off my 20-year-old leather jackets.
Yeah, but you have to wear a giant crucifix, which I replaced in my video with a stethoscope.
I thought it was very cute, bro. I told my wife about it beforehand because she didn't see the video. She's like, "Why is he hurting that mannequin?" I was like, "Oh,
you got to show her the real music video first."
Right. I was like, in the video, The Weeknd murders himself.
Yeah,
and
he
so
kills his old self to become famous. So it's,
famous, right? Like he sneaks into his house, kills him. You know,
and busts.
Where do you guys see
he busts the
videos?
whole house up with a pink crucifix.
Where are these music videos? This is on YouTube. Was
You
that how
haven't
you found it?
You haven't seen
I
The
haven't seen it.
Weeknd? Oh,
What do you mean?
oh my gosh! Are you serious?
What do you mean?
You got to put the video up. Well,
I can't. We're gonna
are we allowed to?
YouTube's gonna. We're on YouTube, so I can't go.
I've seen The Weeknd. I've just never seen that video.
All right.
Yeah.
So here's what we'll do. Yeah, after we're off the air and we wrap up, we'll go there. Yeah, watch it. It's great.
Put your hand in the air.
What do I do with my hands?
Yeah, so still, you modified it a little bit. I haven't seen the video, so I have no idea.
So all I did was fit it to my profession as a hearing specialist. So stethoscope instead of the giant crucifix chain. I had the leather jacket, just pure luck. I was going to use a lab coat.
It came off pretty good, man. And then also this song it says something about hearing aids in it, right? There's
yes.
Aren't you like?
Which is why I picked it for Lip Sync Battle.
Yeah.
Lip Sync Battle. I was like, okay, this is perfect because it's the judges are all Canadian because it's put on by True North and The Weeknd's from Toronto, and so I was like, oh my god, this is so perfect. You got a Canadian artist, you have a mega super popular song, and you have a very provocative video. They called that video over 1 billion views on YouTube. They've called that video the thriller of the 21st century as a music video because
I'm gonna go watch it.
Yeah, it's just a really powerful video of how he went from rags to riches by basically killing off his old self. And
The Weeknd.
And it's crazy because I pretty much just took that very popular video and modified it for my own lip sync battle, and it was pretty fun.
Dude, I loved it. And you tagged, our boy The Weeknd in it. Shout out The Weeknd. If you ever want to fuck with a podcast, Weeknd, you're welcome to come on here. You can drop dope beats, you can rap, you can do whatever you want. I don't care. It's The Weeknd.
Why is he doing this new thing where he's got bloody noses and stuff now? This new album is always
cocaine, man.
It's all part of
weed, man. Come on, cocaine.
Yeah, is that what it is? It looks like it looks like he just bit somebody too. So I don't know if it's cocaine. I mean, maybe that's also a byproduct of cocaine.
He can do whatever the hell he wants.
No, I know that. But
hey, if you as an artist are finding an edge to sell tickets and sell downloads, it's gonna work. Whatever he does right now works.
Yeah,
he's hot fire.
Yeah,
I mean he's almost as hot as Gemmo. Icon. Yeah, almost close.
The Weeknd wishes he was.
What's Gemmo doing? What's that all about right there?
Oh man,
well, if you're in the elite club of Gemmo the Icon supporters, you get a numbered and signed special edition Gemmo headshot.
Oh, he's got a little man bun too. Oh, that's tight.
Yeah,
little fun bun.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't have any ties around, but if you want to know the Gemmo, my hair is shaved on both sides, so it's even. I can do the Gemmo either way.
Oh yeah, you can do yourself a little bun.
Oh yeah, I could definitely do it.
You can do the Gemmo, but you shouldn't.
I shouldn't. Yeah. So I look already kind of weird because I got the beard. So the hair is very it balances.
I like his workout vids when he does his little where he's smoking.
Icon Fitness, baby.
Yeah, I like the leg lifts where he goes out and he sits on the patio furniture and he puts his leg up. He smokes a cigarette. Leg lifts.
So I love Gemmo, and he featured Hotbox in one of his Icon Fitness videos, and so He's up in the upper echelons of my favorite people ever.
I love him, man. He sent me. I mean, look at all around me. I'm looking at Gemmo the Icon like stickers on stuff. They're behind me. I've got one over there. I've got one on my mic stand. I've got one right here. I've got a Gemmo T-shirt. I've got 4 T-shirts from this guy. My kids all wear it. I wear it. We have a Gemmo day. We're all like, "Hi! Oh, you were in Gemmo? Me too." So, Gemmo Thursday.
I have a Gemmo shirt that doesn't fit because I'm a fat slob. The first sticker I put on the back of this brand new iPad I'd show you, but I'm talking to it, is the Gemmo the Icon sticker.
Let me look and see if I have Gemmo down on my.
Whoa!
Hey now.
Family
hey,
show.
oh, excuse me.
Yeah, right.
Oh, hey, guys, I'm fully clothed. I'm wearing pants.
Yeah.
This isn't Christmas sex. Oh man, come on.
Look, you gave us a cock angle and we commentated on it, right?
What do you want from us, Scott?
Yeah.
It was not intended. I was honestly looking.
You gave a straight cock angle, okay, bro? That's what that was.
All right, hey, listen. I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna
also tried to make it look bigger with the fisheye view, the fisheye angle. Yeah.
Listen, there's nothing big about it, right?
He's got a special lens on his camera.
Oh, man. Listen, you just have to find one woman who loves your penis. That's all. That's all you need. That's all you need. You know? That's it.
Yeah.
Or tolerates it. Tolerates your penis. I think loves it. I don't think any women love penises. I think they hate them. They're gross. That was a Big Mouth quote. They were talking about boobs in season 2 and how amazing boobs are. And then Jesse said something about penises, and Andrew said, "Yeah, penises are gross. They're terrible.
There's nothing special.
Nothing. They're literally." And what's crazy is we have Washington monuments everywhere. We have these penises everywhere. People are just like, "Hey, you know what's great? Penises."
And that's why we can't monetize our penises on the internet, because the market's been flooded.
Yeah, too many penises out there, man. Just put your penis away. No one wants to see it. Stop taking pictures of it. Stop putting it on the internet. No one cares.
Literally everybody loves boobs. Everybody.
Man, I mean, shout out that guy who was masturbating on Zoom. What an idiot. That New York Times guy. What a fucking moron. Hey.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
Nah.
I think maybe he's on New York Times. I think he's contributed to New York Times. There was a guy who I think was on MSNBC or CNN or something. He was like a legal analyst for one of these big, huge corporate, cable television shows. On a Zoom meeting with colleagues, like 30, 40 colleagues, he was masturbating. Like,
was this early pandemic or
Tobin? Is that his name? Is that I think that's his name. I'm gonna look and see because I don't want to slander.
He sounds like a goddamn hero, to be honest.
So I think he is.
He's taking one for the team.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Everybody has wanted to do that.
He just couldn't wait. He couldn't.
No. See, he didn't need that job, obviously.
Yeah. No, I mean, I didn't make this up.
Yeah, when is this?
This was
my last name was Tube, and I'd be doing it.
He was tubing, all right. This was in October, man. This was October 19th. It was a New Yorker, not the New York Times. I'm sorry.
He was lubing his tubing.
He was. Yeah, in front of his colleagues. You know what I mean?
He asked for some time off for some personal issues. You don't say.
Right.
Granted. Your time off is granted, sir.
Listen. I'm on Zoom with people every day, all like for hours. Never in my wildest dreams. I'm like, I can't. I gotta squeeze it in now. I can't. I
can see him.
I've got no.
That sounds like a New York. That sounds like a New Yorker almost thing to do, man. Like all those guys that are, have those weird sex fetishes where they want like
forget about it.
You know what I mean? Like they like dominatrixes to like step on them and pee on them and stuff like that. Like that guy was probably doing that, every call. He was like, "Yes, the Zoom call. Here we go."
Out this time, so everybody.
Yeah,
can see
no,
what
he
I'm
probably
doing.
this is probably how he gets off on the daily, and then just for whatever reason this time he like accidentally looped it into the feed. You know,
I'm not even gonna mute it this time.
yeah, just was like, oops.
This is the thing about it, man. And I'm not trying to just be lewd or gross. What is wrong with people? Good Lord, man. People are gross. They're terrible.
His name is Tubin.
I know. Look at him. I mean, look at him. Look at that smirky brow. Ugh.
I mean, that's a good masturbation pick right there, though. If you're gonna pick one, you know what I mean.
He seems a little uninspired.
That looks like a masturbator.
That looks like a Zoom call masturbator right there. If I ever was gonna pick out a picture,
some editor was like,
"Yeah, nope, not this one, not this one. Nope, that's the one. Yep. There it is.
Right,
that's like a
terrible,
uninspired
masturbator.
And shameful. I want his
Look at him.
to be uninspired.
It looks like he's
shameful.
masturbating right there, man. He might be yanking it there. We don't know.
Yeah, his eyes are pretty.
Maybe that's the Zoom call. Maybe that's a screenshot of the Zoom call.
The moment
of Lubin.
That's his climax face right there. He just
Lubin
stares into your eyes.
Yeah. Clean this up for me.
Zoom.
Grab a towel and pull yourself together.
Shout out Zoom masturbators.
Zoomer baiters.
All of you out there.
Right. What is wrong with people? Oh my God.
There's a reason why I wear sweatpants for every podcast.
Listen, let me tell you. If you really have a problem like this, just get yourself a My Sex pillow. I mean, seriously. Yeah. They're available. They've got the dick grip suction. You need those, man. You know, they're made in Minnesota State Penitentiary. They're good quality folks up there.
So you want to know a funny story? Is my cousin served 12 years in the Minnesota State Penitentiary system.
Made some sex pillows.
He might have made the one you're using to this very day.
That's a really odd coincidence.
I have so many coincidences.
That's a really weird coincidence because he just pulled that out of his ass, and you're like, my cousin actually
made my sex pillows.
That's weird. That's crazy.
He just got out like 5 years ago, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Man, the reason I make that joke is because that is where they make my pillows. They make them in prison. So
the industrial complex.
Yeah, it's so gross. So when the My Pillow guy goes on there and is like, Jesus wants you to do this, and Jesus wants, man, dude, you are profiting,
making 11 cents an hour.
Yeah, and so it's just boo, boo, boo. But seriously, the My Sex Pillow. Dick grip.
That was my contribution to that bit. I came up with that. It was made in an American prison, but you said Minnesota State Penitentiary, and then Bo's cousin was there. That's weird.
It's really
for 12
weird.
years.
That's weird.
Yeah,
he did time for like accessory to murder, where he harbored a fugitive, and in Minnesota. Until recently they didn't have parole, so he couldn't get released early. He had to serve out an entire sentence.
So basically a murderer stopped by his house and he was like, fuck. And then,
what do I do if I help?
What do I do? It's Kevin.
If I don't help him, then who knows what happens? And if I do, you get caught.
You could kill me like you killed that other guy.
Right.
When you're around a murderer, you don't make good choices. Let's be honest. And you know someone murdered somebody. I mean, man, I'd be scared to death. I've never been around somebody who's like, hey, fresh off of murder, good to see you. You know, like that's heavy shit, man. I don't think you should get like at least a 48-hour get out of jail free card when a murderer comes to your place hot off of murder, man. Like that's just nuts. You know? With maybe they have a weapon still, like maybe they've got guns. Like, oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my-
the real paradox is how successful of a person he is, even through what he's been through. Like
Yeah.
he's like a roofing contractor up there now. He's just making all kinds of bank on insurance claims because every year in Minnesota the shit fucking snows and breaks everybody's house. And he
That
just
is such a good business.
He
Dude,
strolls by in the
I know
springtime. He's like,
somebody else.
oh, you got some hail damage there.
Yeah.
I know a few insurance companies. Call your insurance company. We're getting you a new roof.
I know somebody else that just started their own business and now they're just slaying. Like they're making money. Like, and they just do that. They just go around. They live in Florida. You know, they find hurricane houses and they're just like, hey, man, dinged up roof. We'll handle everything, you know. And he's got his own, you know, set of workers and they just go, man, almost door to door and just rake it in.
Yep, I think he doesn't work all year round because there's like his main season where he's just doing claim after claim after claim, and then the rest of the year he's just kind of doing whatever he wants.
Oh man,
that's the life.
Envy in my heart. Oh man.
And even before that, he was a pretty accomplished rap artist too. It was like Jesus, guy's just
a rap artist.
Yeah, he's a damn rapper.
Wow.
Like he collabed with some big names coming out of prison. I was like, damn.
Wow.
Oh.
Making my sex rapping.
Oh yeah.
So how old is he?
He's in his late 30s now.
He
might be 40. He might be 40 now.
40. So he doesn't rap new school rap.
No, I don't.
It's not like that. Mumble rap.
No.
Mumble boy, like a
From what I heard,
it's just different now.
He actually has real lyrics about real things.
Yeah. Some of them do in the new school too. Like there's definitely a lot of lyrical guys. It's just it's like a different style. It's kind of, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm an old head. I'm just judging it, but it's like it's weird. It's like it doesn't fit with. Well, it's just different. So it's weird because you're not used to it. Like you have this sort of matrix of 90s hip hop,
artistic interpretation of what they went through. It's like no matter what genre it is, like the music is what they feel as an art form, and so it's going to be different. It's going to be weird to us because we grew up with totally different stuff.
Well, yeah, and
I listen to country my whole life, and the new country stuff is unlistenable to me right now. Like I cannot listen to country that was made after 2005. It seems like it just bugs the shit out of me.
What's your 5? Give me 5 favorite country bands.
Bands or just artists?
Yeah, just your favorite. I don't know.
Shits and Giggles is my favorite one.
What do you rock to in country?
Bentley.
Yeah, Bentley's his early stuff was better, but like it was more like Garth Brooks, George Strait, and then
The Last
Alabama.
Dance. You fuck with The Last Dance?
It's The Dance.
Save the Dance, whatever. My wife fucks with that. I don't even. She just like cries and is like, "Turn it up!" I'm like, "Is this? I'm okay."
Yeah, but like right now, I'm listening to Tyler Childers, who's like he's a new artist, but he's doing like outlaw style country, like real hard stuff. And then Cody Jinks is another one. But I like bluegrass. Like bluegrass, I fuck with bluegrass. Give me the infamous String Dusters.
Oh, my dad loves bluegrass.
If you don't know,
I'm not that into it, but
well, what about this, Bo? I know you fuck with this.
Fast lightning, twice as frightening. Headed on to Houston in the middle of the night. Hear the bus praying I can catch my flight.
I'm masturbating.
Jeffrey Tobin, shout out Tubin Tobin.
I'm tubing it out.
Lubin Tubin.
Right. That's a brand, dude. If you get caught masturbating on Zoom, you should be next day a Zoom masturbating lube called like Zoom and Tubin or something should be out there the next day.
Zoom and Tubin. It's Zoom and Lubin.
Yeah, get that Lubin Zubin for your Zoom meeting from Tubin. I mean, goodness gracious.
Yeah, he needs to back that into a business opportunity for sure.
It's just his face on that thing, just looking at you. Like, you're going to masturbate? You know you are. You're on Zoom.
If I had glasses on, I'd be nailing that face. Like,
dude. Oh, my God.
The Fastest Lightning theme song is by Mike and the Moon Pies, and they're kind of like a throwback. They're a newer band, but they do like your 80s style, like country, kind of like Eddie Rabbit, and it's got like that. Like, it's that weird, like, honky tonk vibe to it, which is not like new school at all. It's more of like your mid to late 80s style country, which I definitely get down with. But they're they got some really good stuff. YouTube's gonna bounce you.
I know. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna not share my screen.
Yeah, The Beaches of Biloxi is one of my favorite ones by them because it's about gambling, and I like gambling. You like gambling? I like gambling.
I do. I like gambling.
With a name like Mike Cash Collins and Scott Stacks Simpson, I think we got the gambling covered.
Yeah, we like gambling. You know us too well.
I got married in Vegas because my wife and I both love gambling. My mother-in-law loves gambling, so whenever anybody comes from out of town to visit us, we're like, "Oh, let's go celebrate at the casino."
How far is it from your house to Vegas?
Oh, from Vegas? Oh, it's a 9-hour drive, but an hour and a half flight.
Nice.
So you have a casino
that's only 15. You have a 15-minute away casino.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How close are you to Reno?
Do they have a sports book there?
Okay.
No, in California there's no sports books, but
no sports books.
But I can drive hour and a half, 2 hours to Reno to get sports books, or like hour and a half to State Line, Nevada, which is by Lake Tahoe, and get sports book. It's funny because like, sometimes I'll go to State Line, and in South Lake Tahoe, which is California side, I can play DFS. And then you go to Nevada, and they don't allow DFS, but they allow gaming. So I'll go literally go across the street in State Line. You go back and forth. You play both.
Dude, that's when we're gonna all have to meet up in the flesh. Is we're gonna have to go to we'll go to Reno or Vegas or something like that. You know what I mean? We'll figure out something fun, to do in the future and do like a weekend out there. That would be so much fun.
Yeah, Reno's really turned into a great place to go. It's a lot of fun.
I've never been. I've been to Vegas a bunch, but I've never been to Reno. I've always wanted to go. So.
Yeah, I could drive to Reno and pack all my stuff.
I've been to Reno a few times. I'll tell you this about Reno. If you're ever there, go to the Bear, the Big Black Bear. It's a restaurant. It's a breakfast place. And you just eat like the biggest fucking pancakes ever. They're like as big as your fucking head. Like they're huge.
Yeah, they're like hubcaps.
Oh my gosh. This is great. I loved it. I just ate like a king, And I don't know if it's a chain or whatever, but we came out there. I was just like, let's eat some huge fucking pancakes. And I'm not a pancake guy. I don't do pancakes. I want sausage and eggs. But there, I fuck with their pancakes. So,
yeah, the best thing about Nevada hospitality is you spend 3 nights at a place, and they'll send you free night coupons the rest of your life. They will flood your mailbox with free shit just to get you to come back.
Yeah. Yeah, we have Atlantic City out here, and now that's just we'll never go there. Yeah, we'll never go there again. So
I'll never step foot there. That's the only time I've ever been to a strip club. I want to tell that story real quick because it's a Fast.Hard.Finish, and shout out Dwayne Haskins, who went stripping last week, and he's gonna play this. He's not playing. Is Alex was back actually? There's been like back and forth.
Alex Smith was a game time decision, but I think he's trending towards playing.
Yeah, I think he's gonna play.
Will he finish the game? That's a different question.
Right. Well, so this is the story. This was probably 2000 and what, Mike? Like
4 or 5.
Yeah, like a long time, like 15 years ago, like really long time ago. And we went down to Atlantic City, and we were so naive. We're like, we'll find a spot. It'll be fine. We'll just go down. We had like suits on and stuff, and like we rolled into Atlantic City. Went out to the boardwalk, smoked a J, bunch of guys and a bunch of girls just hanging out down at the beach. It was so much fun. And then my friend's like, hey man, come with me. And I was like, all right, I don't know where he's taking me. I'm just like, all right, whatever. I'll go with you. Sure. And then he takes me to like the seediest strip club. We cross the street. Now, if you know anything about Atlantic City, when you cross the street in Atlantic City, it's like stepping back into like the ghettoest ghetto ever. Like you don't want to go there. You don't want to be there. It's terrible. No, it's so sad. It's so sad for the people that are there who live in Atlantic City. They've done terrible things to them. Like it's not a good community. Like they've oppressed the people who live there. And so it's bad. And the strip club we went to was one of the worst ones. I've only been to one. It was terrible. The girls were not naked, which is good. They were covered. There were some bikinis dancing around. And my friend was like, these are great people, man. We should get to know them. I was like, oh my God, what are we doing in here?
Why?
I'm like, let's get the fuck out of here, man. And he's like, no, man, I'll buy you a beer. I was like, all right, fine. So he buys me a beer. He watches 3 girls dance. And this is me the whole time. I'm not even kidding. I was like this. Like I wouldn't look at anybody. I didn't have sunglasses on. I was so like, this. I have sisters, man. I grew up with 3 sisters and a mom. I don't like this. This is gross. This is not what
even your nicest gentlemen's clubs. They're not that nice.
No, this is gross. So I'm being honest. I'm a horny guy too. Like if they were good looking, hot, attractive, if we were in like a great place, maybe I'm looking. But I was like, no, this is wrong in my soul. So
the worst place ever.
I can't believe I'm fucking here. I was so upset at him. He would not leave either. He was like, let's hang out, man. I was like, you're blowing me. I was so excited to go on an adventure. And you took me to this seedy place. And so we leave. This is the story where it gets kind of crazy. We leave, and I noticed that there's a group of like 4 or 5 guys who are hanging out outside of this club. And they were there when we got there, and they're just there. You know, they're outside. Riff-raff, what are you going to call them? And there's a guy also who is a little bit away from the riffraff. And so we leave the club, walking back towards the reality of the casinos. And all of a sudden, the guy in front of us who's kind of pacing us, he's about 10 feet in front of us, he turns around, he's like, hey man, you know what time it is? And he's got 3 watches on his wrist. Like I look at him and be like, hey yo, you know what time it is? And I was like, yeah. Time for me to get the fuck out of here, man, because I'm about to get my ass robbed. I look behind me, and the 4 guys who were chilling at the door are like running at us. I look over there across the street. There's a guy running at us, and I mean, honestly, as soon as he said, "Hey, you know what time it?" I was like the fastest me and the cheetah could have raced. I would have beat his ass, man. I was so scared. I was I've never been that scared before in my life. And my friend was with me too. So we were together being scared. And he's a fast guy. Mike knows him. He's a fast guy. I was running faster than he was. I was ahead of him. And we did it at the same exact time. Like it was all spidey sense. Like I felt like so in danger. Fight or flight. I felt it. I knew I was going to get killed or robbed or beat up or whatever. And we got out of there. So fuck Atlantic City and fuck strip clubs and fuck those guys who tried to hurt us. You know, fuck all that shit. It's terrible. Go to Reno.
You ever been robbed though?
I've been yes. It was a home invasion robbery that I came home to. A guy had broken in. Yeah, so I was out running errands and I came back and my front door was unlocked. So because I live in a bad neighborhood, but it wasn't that bad. Like nothing really happened there.
Are you single?
No, I lived with my girlfriend at the time, but she wasn't home.
Okay.
And so pull up to the house, get in the car or get out of the car. The front door was already unlocked, so I was like, oh, I'm going in. And then, but I noticed that our back door, I could see straight through the living room through the kitchen. I could see that the laundry room door was cracked open, and it was never open. And I was like, uh-oh, something's up. Like, you know, get that spidey sense. I was like, something's off. And then so I go and I walk closely, like, no weapon. I'm an idiot because I had my weapon upstairs. I'm like, of course. And I'm like creeping through the kitchen, and I get to that door into the laundry room, and it's cracked open about this far. And I look in there, and there's 2 eyes staring back at me. and he says, "Get
Oh
back
my
or I'll
gosh.
blast you." And I was like, "All right." I backed up, and I was like, "Well, the cops are already on their way, so you might want to bounce." And as I'm back into the kitchen, I hear him open the back door and slam it and start running. And so I went out the front door again and got into my car where I had my cell phone. I called the police, and they nailed him down the street. So get this, the guy that robbed me, he stole the PlayStation and a couple of, like, some clothes out of the house before he was bouncing. I guess I caught him on his way out. But he didn't have a gun, but I wasn't going to find out. He had stolen one of the kitchen knives to protect himself.
Yeah.
But this guy had just gotten out, and he had an Alex Smith type thing where he had a bunch of infections from a broken leg, and this guy was limping away. So I basically got robbed by an amputee fugitive. And they caught him because he was the only guy wearing only a wife beater and shorts, and it was a pretty cool day, and he was sweating profusely from getting away. They're like, "Why are you sweating so bad? It's like 60 degrees outside." So basically I had to go to court and like as an eyewitness and the victim of the crime, and basically was like, "Yep, that's the guy. I was staring at him from about 3 feet away, and he threatened to kill me."
Yeah, that's scary, man. That's really scary, dude.
The spidey sense happened as soon as I saw the back door was cracked open, and stupid me, I should have been armed if I was going to get closer to something like that. But
yeah, that's crazy though, man. So, and when he said back up or I'm gonna blast you, what was his demeanor like? I mean, you believed him?
He's like, the reason why I didn't really get scared at that point because I was already on edge, but I just started backing away slowly, and because his tone was more scared than anything. Like he was like, "Oh,
he was
crap,
more scared than anything."
Yes.
Well, he was basically like, "I need to get out of here anyway."
Yeah. Whew. Home invasion. Yikes.
I gotta be honest with you. I've always been afraid of the home invasion. You know what I mean? Just in general, it's something you hear about, these stories or whatever. My dad, growing up, he was crazy, man. My dad still is crazy, but he would say stuff to me. I was like 6 or 7, and he'd be like, Jesse, listen. He'd be like, listen, anybody breaks into this house, I'm gonna fucking murder them. I'm like, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like a little kid. Why are you telling me this? You know? And he'd be like, I wait for people. If anyone ever does that, Jesse, just you're so safe here. No one will hurt you. I would murder them. I'm like, oh my God.
That's one way to say it.
I'm so afraid. I'm like so afraid. So, long story short, I have been waiting to murder somebody my whole life just because I'm waiting to murder somebody. So anytime, like, if you come over to my house or you try to break my house, I'm ready to murder you. I've been waiting for a long time. I've been training in the ways of murder. I've got weapons all over my house to kill you with. So don't fucking break into
nunchucks. I got ninja stars.
I've got ninja stars. Listen, here's the main thing I have. I got this. I walk around with this. This is like 7 pounds, 10 pounds. You're going to punch me. You're going to get hit with this. You're going to shoot me. Okay, fine. You shoot this. I don't care. You know, I'm ready to go down with this. This is my battering ram. You got to have something in your hand to bang people with. You know, this is my thing. So,
my dad was a little more tactical.
I had a friend he was a victim of a home invasion, and he didn't have a chance to do any of that. He woke up to a gun in his face. Yeah, like they woke him up.
Right, like just like
he woke up. Yeah, he woke up with the barrel between his eyes.
That's crazy.
And then he had to give him a bunch of money and stuff like that, and just was like, you know, he said he wasn't really that scared that they were going to kill him, but for whatever reason he wasn't. He was like, I didn't know, you know what I mean? Like, I just wasn't freaking out. But
at that point, what's the difference?
Yeah, I mean, I would have been like, oh, please, guys, please.
Oh, I'm peeing.
Please, guys. Yeah. I like being alive. Yeah, I know. That is. I have ADT in my house, so at least I'll get a little alarm beep or something. Give me a shot at finding something. I don't have any weapons or anything like that, so I don't know what I'll do. I'll have to use karate or something. I don't know.
Dude, you know jujitsu. Don't fuck around, man.
I don't know jujitsu.
You do.
Hey,
No.
come at me and try to hit me.
I could choke you out, but I don't know jujitsu.
Let me just say this.
I know how to choke people out.
Mike bench pressed over 325 pounds the other day, so don't step to Mike, man. He'll fuck you up. He will.
Yeah, I benched 325 on Monday. It was nice. Put up some decent weight.
I got a boner when you told the story, man. I went outside and just started doing this. Oh, 325 pounds. I think the most I've ever done is like 100 less pounds, or like 75. It was like 250 was the most I've ever done. And
come on, man.
Well, you're gonna get me Zoomer baiting right now. I mean, I was excited to do it.
But what's your bench? What's your max bench, bro? You're a big guy.
385.
Whoa, that's serious.
I squatted 505 once.
I believe it. You look like a big dude.
Yeah.
I did Olympic lifting for a while. It was kind of what I did for fun when I was in college. Didn't do a lot of bench.
So was that in college you did that? You did 505 in college?
Yeah. Leg press like 1100.
That's a lot.
Why'd you stop?
I don't know.
You just got out of it?
Here's the question: why did he start in the first place? Like, same reason he stopped. Started.
The kids I was playing with weren't cool anymore. I don't know. I don't even remember.
Probably I just think if you could do that in college, if you were doing that as like a 21-year-old,
yeah, I was good.
I mean, well, if you'd have kept with it, I mean, you would have added 100 pounds to all that stuff.
You could be Magnus Vermagnusson. You could be on Game of Thrones, you bitch.
Less Swedish than
that's serious weight, dude. That's a big squat. 505.
Speaking of serious weight, I gotta go drain the hog real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it was fun back then. I don't know.
When did you start lifting? Did you start in football days, or
it was like
what age?
Like 15 or 16 when I started.
And then you got into Olympic lifting. Yeah,
it was the natural progression because we did a lot of those kind of like the medley lifts where you'd go from station to station over a time period and do different lifts in a time format.
I hate Olympic lifts. I suck at them. They take so much skill. Well, it's also there's a real art form to it, and you need to have really good mobility, and I don't. Like I sit all day long, so I have really.
If I got back into it, I would just hurt myself because like looking back at what I used to do with like the clean and press and snatch and all that deadlifting is like, geez, like that it takes like a lot of little muscles, not just the big ones. You're using all the muscles. And,
what was your biggest clean and jerk? What'd you max out there?
That I wasn't that good at Olympic lifting. I could lift heavy stuff, but it was probably a couple.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, those are.
Yeah, it was probably a couple really hundred, but it wasn't like I was not nearly as good at Olympic lifting. It's probably why I quit. Just go back to regular like bench press and squat, and Olympic lifting was my hobby for a while, but wasn't.
Yeah, I'm. I started getting really into weightlifting like 5 years ago, and then I started really focusing on bench too because that was one of the things that I was good at. And I got all the way up to where I was doing sets of 5. I could do 4 sets of 5 at 295, and then I hurt my shoulder. Really, it was because I was learning jujitsu, and it was at the same time I was doing these really heavy benches, and we were doing this exercise, and a guy he disregarded the teacher's instruction, but it was weird because I wasn't expecting to get injured. He just kind of threw me down. I landed on my shoulder, but because I had been doing all these heavy sets, my chest was so tight, and it ripped a ligament. So I had to kind of, I had to stop weightlifting for a little while, and then last year I started doing bench again, and now I'm back into where like I'm not injured, I can do it, and so I'm like shooting, like I wanna try and get over 350. I don't know if I'll get to 385. That's a pretty big weight, but I'm on the path again.
Like you said, if you stick to it, you kind of cascades upward. You kind of start hitting new PRs all the time. Like every couple of months, you'll hit a new solid PR where you're just looking for the next one again.
Yeah. I'm old though now too, so I have to, you know what I mean? Like I have to be careful.
You gotta be careful,
yeah. Yeah, I don't do the way I train with my my bench press and all my weights is I do sets of 10, because if I can do a set of 10, then it's not weight that I'm going to get injured with, you know what I mean? So, but the best way to get strong is to do the 5x5 sets, because you just build your strength so fast like that, but.
So here's the thing.
I build my strength with 16-ounce curls now.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Cheers to that.
Very little physical activity. That's my problem. I just don't do anything physical anymore.
No, that's my problem too.
Dude, Scott's got a younger brother. That's like a complete mammoth man. He's like 6'8". He could deadlift like 700 pounds, just like crazy.
He bench pressed over 400 pounds. Yeah, he's a manimal, man. Like
he has an NFL body. Like he could have played in the NFL.
Yeah, he played at Maryland. He played at Frostburg. It was cool to go watch him play. Frostburg's like a junior college, not junior, but like it's not like a big Division I, small college. But he was a D end. If any coach would have gotten their hands on him and like really cared enough to make him into something, he could have enjoyed Bosa. Like he is right now at 31. I would say he could go on any NFL field and fucking go crazy on people. Like if you put him on a D end, he is just so strong and he's so fast. Like he is probably like 275 right now, maybe, or 265. He's pure muscle. He's not fat at all. He's a boxer. And so I bet you with his hand speed and all that stuff, he would fuck people up right now if he did it. But he's not. He's not
Donald.
Dude, he's a man, dude. He's 6'8", so he's towering. He's a foot taller than me almost, And I saw him the other day for Christmas, and he's like a flat, broad, like lean, just his arms are just like,
It's so weird though, because neither of Scott's parents are tall. So just all of a sudden, like they just have all these normal kids, and then there's just this like giant kid,
Hollywood kid.
Humongous.
Well, I will say,
so big.
My grandfather, I never met him, Bob Kells. He was like 6'2" or something. So
yeah, but still
not 6'8". No.
Yeah.
Well, he was when he was born. He was so big they thought he might have Andre the Giant, giantism. They thought he had the same thing that Andre the Giant had, and they were just like, either he is just going to be a normal, big guy, or he's going to have this disease. And they checked him, and he didn't have the disease. And they were, and my mom was like, well, I was like, how did he know? Like, how did they know to check him? Because he was a big baby, but like, how did they know when he was born? They're like, this is like, yeah, his penis was like a Dave Chappelle penis, like that's it. Where he comes out, and he's like,
we're gonna have to figure this out for science,
right? Like the funniest part was, they like took my brother who was like 2, and they took my brother who's just born. They were like, look, his penis is way bigger than this penis. I was like, wow, look at those. I was like 10. I was like, look at the size of the difference of these penises.
He's a tripod.
Oh my God, that's a huge baby penis. So I mean, that right away they just knew like there's something's going on.
He
this
came
guy,
out of the womb and with a 5 o'clock shadow.
man, when he was like 10 or
Will
something.
Ferrell.
Yeah, he was just like when he was. What's so
Singing
funny is
bass in the choir.
yeah, he was just like I came to conquer the world.
Man, it was hot. Man, it was hot in there.
Beat red.
Right.
Yeah.
Hair all messed up.
Oh man, yeah. When he was 10, my dad has. I've never seen my dad's credit card. Let me say, I've never seen it. Right. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know how. Nothing. Right. My brother, when he was 10, and I'm the oldest. I'm 10 years older than him. The pizza, like a pizza guy shows up at the door, and we're like, no, we didn't order a pizza. And my brother's like, I got this. There's 7 other people in the house, and then my brother just strolls out and like pays for it with my dad's credit card. We're like, what in the world, dude? How did you get your hands on that? You're like, just leave me alone. I'm gonna go eat my pizza. We were like, what just happened? Like, holy shit! Like, what is going on? That guy is just. Yeah, he's his own person, So, shout out my brother.
The tall people. That's not that puzzling. My dad's 5'9" and my mom's 5'7". So she's kind of tall for a lady. I mean, I'm 6 foot and my sister's 5'9", so like we're both taller than we are expected to be.
Mike, what about you? Your dad's a little hunchback in Notre Dame. I mean, what's going on? Where'd you get your?
He's almost 6 feet. He was like 5'11" and a half. And then my mom was
shrunk a little bit, though. He shrunk a little.
Oh yeah, because he's 74.
Yeah,
so he is a little hunchback too. Yeah. But he was not short. Like he was just under 6 feet.
No, you're like
and then
6'3" though, right? 6'4".
Yeah, my mom is where I got it from.
Okay.
She was like 5, almost 10. So I'm right, just a little under 6'3". So I got it from her. I think my grandfather was
tall.
No, but my grandfather was like 6'3", so it was definitely
grandfather.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good grandfather, strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's build the lineup.
Yeah, let's do it.
The real one.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
let's build it, and then
let's build a millie.
You guys keep me up so late.
I want to win a millie this week.
I'm gonna. After this, I'm gonna watch, my show. I can't wait.
I won't go to bed, but I gotta wind down off all the energy. You know what I mean? Like, you guys get me hyped.
Oh, I get hyped, man. I'm so excited to be with people, to be with men. I live in the estrogen zone, man. It's fucking terrible. I don't even want to tell you how terrible. It's just so terrible all the time over here. I'm not saying that in a bad way. Like, every stereotype that's ever been said about women is true. It's all true. I understand it. It's all true. And it's every day. It never stops. So,
man, it stinks. Bo is on the other side of the country. You can come hang out with us next Sunday. That'd be so fun.
Oh, I know, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. We can just FaceTime for the whole day.
So. Oh yeah, we could totally do that. That sounds like fun.
Yeah. We're gonna hang out.
We're gonna do with the Fantasy Millionaires. It's not gonna probably be next season, but as it grows and gets bigger, we're definitely gonna have a league. And so we'll do.
We'll have a league this year. We'll have a Fantasy Millionaires League this next year in 2021.
Oh, you want to do it?
Oh,
Simpson
yes.
will make it happen. Simpson will make it happen.
Okay. Yeah. So eventually it'll be a big enough deal to where we'll do a Vegas trip or something like that. You know what I mean? We can do our draft in Vegas. That'd be so fun.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to Vegas in March for my birthday, so you guys are definitely invited.
Oh, thanks, brother.
I will 4 or 5 trips. 4 or 5 trips a year turned into 1 or 2 this year. Thanks 2020.
Yeah. I think I might still be scared of the Rona in March, but
I went
not too much longer.
I went in February for the Super Bowl last time, and that was when it was just the new scary thing in China and
the whisperings. Yeah.
Well, it turns out that we'd had it for a couple months on the West Coast because of how many Asian visitors we get every day on the West Coast. But yeah, at that point it was still a joke. So I
remember when it was February was that time where it was you were hearing like, oh man, there's something coming from China, but
that's when we started calling
you
it the
didn't know
Rona.
you just didn't know if it was going to be like this, like you're like, hopefully they'll.
When we were at the Westgate Superbook in a giant like auditorium, thousands of people in there at a VIP table watching the Super Bowl. Like it was like the full on VIP setup, and like we'd go back into the casino, elbow to elbow with people, and our Uber driver, we were joking, had the Rona, blah blah blah, because she coughed a couple times. But we're in the middle of a sandstorm, like Super Bowl Sunday in Vegas, like literal sandstorm. It was like 40 mile an hour winds, and you couldn't see or breathe because it was just so nasty outside. And the Uber driver cops one time, and my brother-in-law, who's drunk off his ass, I had to carry him out of the casino, literally over my shoulder. And he's a big guy. He's bigger than me. And I carried him out fireman style and laid on the curb until the Uber got there. And he wakes up from his drunkenness to just laugh and say, "You got the Rona," and they fell back asleep.
Oh my God.
None of it.
I remember the Rona because of my own situation with my daughter. I remember the Rona the way I first remember like getting involved in it was when they canceled when Rudy Gobert, whatever it was, touched all the mics and shit. I remember people being like, "This asshole,"
and then he shut down the NBA season.
And I was like, "Oh shit." And then the next, like, as soon as the NBA shut down, the next day, my school district was like, 2 weeks you're off. There's no work. Like you're done.
Yeah, and they canceled hockey like 2 days later too, and you're like, oh damn.
Yeah, like
March Madness and baseball and everything.
I was like, holy moly. And now it's almost a year later. Way to go. We survived. Yeah. But anyway, let's build a lineup. Let's win $1 million. Let's do it. Let's talk QB game stack, wide receiver, bring back. I like Dr. Yeah. I'm not kidding. I like to talk in rhymes. It makes people interested in your verbiage. I do it with kids all the time. And so I do it with my kids enough, and they'll just start doing it too. And my wife's like, all of you need to stop fucking rhyming. She doesn't like the rhyming. She doesn't cuss. I added the cussing. But it's just because it's cooler when you're cussing. But anyway, let's build it. What are we thinking at QB? What do we think? Trubisky, Matt Ryan. I hate Philip Rivers.
He wants to put somebody that's coming off the bench for like $2,000 in there. That's what
he wants Alex Smith at 5,200.
I was actually going to say Brandon Allen.
Yeah, there you go. No, he wants that Drew Lock. That's who he wants.
I actually do like Drew Lock this week, but Bo hates him, so I can't play him.
Okay.
Horsecock Lock.
Okay. What about Sam Darnold? Yeah, there you go. Now you're talking Bo's language.
Get down to the
cheap quarterback.
Daniel Jones is a sleeper for me.
Yeah, I think that's in the Millie Maker. I think I like Brandon Allen better, honestly.
Yeah, so my spicy stack was Brandon Allen paired with Gio Bernard, and then you could do a double stack with T. Higgins.
What do you think about that, Michael? Or do you want to pay up a little bit more for your QB?
No. You guys do it how we do it. That's fine.
Mike's like, it's not my $20. I don't care.
Yeah.
Right. It's Scott's $20. He loses every week. Who cares? I'm going to.
What do you think about Brandon Allen, Scott?
In the Millie Maker, you do need to be very much swing for the fences. And at that price, what you're doing is if he gets you 15 points, you're getting value somewhere else is what you're going to be doing. And you're going to be able to get more value. And if he throws an extra touchdown here or there.
If I'm trying to find the most players who are likely to score 30 points. Mm-hmm. Basically, I have 9 spots. I want to score 30 points with 6 of them. Because if you want to win the makers, you have to score 250. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And so if my goal is to hit 6 players with the most likelihood of hitting 30 points, I need a quarterback that's either cheap or is going to get me 30 points. And the quarterback that cheap is going to give me more spots to fill in with guys that are more likely to score 30 points.
So I just put in David Montgomery. Is that too forward? You know, I mean, is that too much?
That's a lock.
All right, let's go over and let's do this. Let's build, and I'm going to make it easier for myself here.
And Gio Bernard is he's the result of them setting the prices on Sunday afternoon before the Monday night game. Because before the Monday night game against the Steelers, he really hasn't done anything in a couple weeks. And so he's priced down, and then he scores 2 touchdowns and shreds Pittsburgh. Does that say 2.3?
0 for Brandon Allen and 2.3 for Gio. Yeah.
You're the first person.
Nobody's even mentioned his name. Well,
no one knows who he is.
But basically, the 0.4 for Ryan Finley, they still haven't announced who's starting. And Finley started last week, and he did pretty good. He had the rushing touchdown, which really helped him. But it was the fact that Allen was injured. And what all the tea leaves I've been reading is saying, hey, Finley was a nice little fill-in, but the playbook was so limited with him that we just kind of got by with him. And so Brandon Allen is likely to start over Finley because he's been practicing in full all week long.
That's sexy. I like it.
So, but if they announce in the morning that Finley gets the start again, you put Finley in there because he actually has rushing upside.
Yeah, I like it. And we're low ownership. So who do we got next, Governor? We want to go for wide receiver. You want to go down to your boy Kiki QQQT?
Well, we can spend up just about everywhere now.
You want to go Calvin Ridley?
Ridley for sure. If you're going to spend up a wide receiver, I'd rather spend up on Ridley than Hill. I don't know that Hill is going to be able to, with his ownership and his likelihood of leaving the game early by tweaking the hammy. That scares the death out of me because if you're going to spend up, you don't want it to be chalky and you don't want it to be injury risk.
Yeah. No, I think that. Yeah. Well, now Ridley, we can keep in here. What do you think about putting Ito Smith in our flex? Would you do that with Calvin Ridley and then Kelsey, or is that too?
I don't know if you need to with Gio in there.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about Ito's upside isn't that high. I like his volume.
Yeah, you can
for that
spend
price,
up, man. You could put Melvin Gordon in there. He's only 5,600. No Philip Lindsay.
Yeah, that's really good.
The Chargers have been grading out pretty well against the run lately, though, so it kind of scares me. But
he's a pass catching back too. I mean, he'll catch balls.
And he's also the goal line back. So I mean, as much as I hate Melvin Gordon in a tournament, you have to hate him a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I'm in the weeds here because I'm looking at wide receivers. So let me get out of there. We're already talking our flex. What do you guys think about for our next wide receiver? Mike, what do you think this week? You know, everyone gets a wide receiver in this game. There's 3 of us. There's 3 spots. Calvin Ridley is Bo's guy. Who's your guy, Mike? Who are you thinking?
Let's see. How about DJ Moore?
Against the Washington football team, where's he priced at?
Yeah, because I think Robbie Anderson gets shut down again this week.
Let's put him in. We're 45% ownership. That's not terrible. Let's go find him down in here. Yeah, 5,800 is a sneaky little play too. Not very expensive. We get a lot of boom for your buck there, as they like to say in the industry.
DJ Moore's upside is always there.
Yeah. I'm gonna look for. Yeah. Bo, I want to hear what you actually think about Deontay Johnson because I've not played it with you. He's low owned. He's priced up a little bit. What do you think? What do you think about Deontay this week? He's going to get targets. Is Big Ben just like a fade completely in this game? Would you want to spend down?
No, he's not because if you look at the Colts defense, what beats them? It's deep balls. If anything, I'm going to play Deontay in cash because of his volume is insane. But
Yeah,
I might go after Juju or Claypool in a GPP because they're a higher likelihood of scoring a touchdown, and we need touchdowns to hit that 30-point mark. You're not going to get there by like hoping and praying for 200 yards or 150 yards on 10 catches. You have to get there through touchdowns. And
Claypool's probably got the most upside too. He's. If they go back and they just look at game tape from last week,
he's wide
every
open
time and it's like
wide
every time
open.
he chooses to throw him the ball. Every time he's been throwing him the ball lately, it's in double coverage. So he's had a few bad games in a row now, and it's all just been Big Ben's fault. So
when he threw the interception, it was in triple coverage. And Claypool's running with nobody around him. If he sits on the ball for half a second more, he sees Claypool wide open by himself. Instead, he's forcing it into Deontay. Or he's forcing it into Ebron. And those guys both have hands of granite, like greased up granite. And so you can throw 15 targets at Deontay, he's going to catch 6 of them. It's crazy. Like, this guy cannot catch anything. He's a great athlete, great route runner, all the things, but even the easiest catches, it looks like he's just like, he's got the yips.
Well, what
Claypool's a star. He's so good.
What do you guys think? We're at 50% ownership, which is staggering. I love that. What do you think about our tight end position? We can kind of do anything we want, ownership doesn't matter. Price doesn't really matter. Do you want to go grab Kelsey knowing he's going to be, the most owned, but he's going to give you a lot of upside? Or do you want to go, what do you think, Bo?
So the only question you should be asking is which one of these tight ends is going to score you 30 points?
It's Kelsey.
Yeah, and let's say you also say, well, Andrews could, but he hasn't all year.
Yeah.
Cooper could if he scores 3 touchdowns.
The first game is like the only time.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're looking at
salary left though for a flex and D if we put Kelsey in there though. We've got to ditch
how much is left?
4,000.
So being that Kelsey's pretty much not on the board now, so take him off.
Yeah.
You have to look at the rest of them and say, okay, who can
Logan Thomas.
Logan Thomas did it last week in 27 points.
Yeah.
You have
that's a good price too.
4,900, right? That's really
he's going to get 20 points this week. I just when they take McLaurin out, who are you throwing the ball to? Sims?
Sims and McKissick.
Yeah, McKissick. I really think that's a great play at 4,900. But Mike, you can interject if you.
I'm all about Logan Thomas is a star, dude. Yeah. I'm so excited he's on my
the only other tight end that has that capability this week is Evan Ingram, and I'm still not feeling that good about him. Right. And if you stack him up next to Logan Thomas, it's no contest.
Yeah, let's fuck with a little bit of defense real quick. That way we can get into our flex and really figure it out. Do we want to pay up?
I need your help with defenses. No, I don't. I never want to pay up on defense.
Yeah. So, Mike, what do you think about who in this range? I'd like the Washington football team, but I don't want to bet against ourselves with DJ Moore. I don't like doing that. What about anybody in the lower? What do you think about Seattle against the Rams? I got a stat to show you guys real quick. I don't want to blow your minds, but I might blow your minds. You want to be blown?
Okay.
You got to want to be blown. You can't accept it if you
You're blowing people now.
I've been blowing people for a while, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a disappointment in life.
Man, I hate that I'm not in just the next county over like Mike is. Man, it's just,
I know.
I'm headed over there next Sunday, buddy.
you get hit anytime you want.
Check this stat line out.
I got to get on a plane and go through security.
This is the last 4 weeks for the Seattle secondary against wide receivers. Right? I just want to show you.
Though. They played nobody.
I'm just telling you.
I'm throwing your stat out.
They played Washington. They played Washington.
Terrible.
Terry McLaurin's not terrible.
He's one guy.
That's fine. They've
you
given
get
up
a team with more than one star receiver, and they get shredded.
Listen, if you give up 0 touchdowns to wide receivers in 4 weeks, that is better than what you were doing before. Because if you go back to the whole season, they're still the worst. So, I mean, that's a lot better than the worst, right? I'm just giving you guys at 2,600. It's not
sure.
Talk me out of the Jets.
I know. I've been thinking about the Jets too. I've been thinking about
them.
No, because we're punting on the defense. I love the Jets. Let's play that. Yeah, let's do that. That's great. Let's look at the ownership too. Bo, I fucking love you, brother.
Now you could do Melvin Gordon.
Yeah. Oh, we could. Oh, now we could. Hold on. Let me go to my defense and just see how much it's owned here. Oh, man. The Jets. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Well. Oh, look at that ownership. 0.4. That's the clincher. Oh my gosh, that's great. That is just so sexy. It makes me happy. So yeah, in our flex,
talk me out of it. I mean, $2,000. You need 6 points of value. We already have a min price quarterback. We have basically a min price defense with a sack upside. They stop the run really well. That's the Browns game. So if they're stacking up Nick Chubb, like it's very possible we could see that where they kind of pass funnel it. And guess what? The Browns have no receivers. None.
Right. This is a great play, Bo. And 2,000, it's a steal. All right. So Melvin
6
Gordon,
points.
Yeah, give us 10 points.
Oh, yeah.
Melvin Gordon here, Mike. I really like this. I'm looking down here. There's no one else, maybe except for Kiki QT. Yeah, that's the only other person.
But I like Melvin Gordon's upside more. Kiki is a cash play.
Yeah, I do too. So
I could see Melvin Gordon getting 25 points tomorrow, easy.
Yeah. So man, this is a sexy lineup. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I have an erection, and the hormone monster has nothing to do with it. I think everybody can do the hormone monster pretty well, though. My
name is Dory, and I have a gang of penises as pets.
Right. These are my
kids.
kids.
What I'm thinking? Eyebrows. So Melvin Gordon,
71%.
We got AJ in the chat saying that the Jets and Melvin Gordon really make her combo if it hits.
It really, if it hits for sure. Yeah, AP, I gotta say, shout out, man. Jumping in, glad to follow him now. He's been all up in the mix the last couple of weeks, man. Love it. Appreciate you. People just being active. Like that's the coolest thing. Like I just like people just saying what's up and just putting their thoughts out there. That's how me and Bo met. Just in our sleeper league, just be like, "What's up, man? Let's talk." So. I love it. Please keep the team to jump in. We love all the dialogue. It's what.
And now Bo's in the wolf pack. Look at that.
Oh yeah, party wolf.
What's the total ownership now?
We're at under 72%, 71.7. So.
And that's mostly Monty and Ridley, right?
Right, and Kelsey too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Kelsey was 16 by himself, so yeah.
But those are just the chalks, man.
But even 16 isn't that high for a guy who can score you 35.
Yeah. You know what?
And he's got a much higher hit rate than miss rate.
I'm looking here for like each of these wide receivers, because the wide receivers are kind of they're the key. When
But
I look at the
we didn't go down at wide receiver. We spent mid and high, and so
Yeah.
we spent up on a lot of upside there, because
We did.
Ridley's both. He's floor and upside. DJ
Yeah.
Moore is mostly upside in a tough matchup like that. Claypool, same thing, where he's in the mix for upside every week, but he doesn't always get it. Logan Thomas is probably the steadiest guy here, but I mean, it's just like we have built-in volume with all these guys, except for maybe a couple. Then we have touchdown upside. We have big game upside. We have Brandon Allen bringing it home for the Bungles.
It's in.
We're ganging up on the Texans.
Mike can go to sleep. We've put it together. We've built the lineup.
Good night,
I love
Cash.
Love you guys.
Fast, hard, stay up all night.
Yeah. So we're gonna end this now. See you guys next week. We'll figure it out. Oh no, we'll see you guys on Thursday, because me and Bo are doing a New Year's Eve show. Mike, you're welcome to join as well. We can bring in the New Year's on the East Coast, probably 11 to 1-ish, So, yeah, we'll see you guys then. Peace.